29-year-old Bryony Page, have the distinct pleasure of my mind crackling like a thunderstorm while I pace outside the conference pitch room on my final day of the American Society of Writers Conference, awaiting my final pitch appointment that will determine whether the past 2 years of writing my heart and soul out was life-changing or, in actuality, a complete and utter waste of time. And then, of course, there's my sister on the other end of my phone, with her own particular brand of trying to help. "It's your last day, Bryony," Gloria says in my ear, a nails-down-the-chalkboard kind of twang in her voice. "You just have to buck up, pull yourself up by those bootstraps, slap that book on the table." "Proposal," I interject, pivoting on the thin hotel carpet. A manager in the distance is frowning mildly at my legs, looking like he's calculating exactly how many times I have to pace this exact path before I'll wear a hole in his carpet. "And get back on that horse because you are going to have a rootin', tootin' good day, you hear? This is it." I pinch the bridge of my nose, trying to ease the tension. On the bright side, I'm not hyperventilating. Hyperventilating is what the man to my left is doing as he exits the pitch room and collapses onto the first bench he finds. Neither am I crying. Crying is what the woman to my right is doing, while another conference attendee is shaking her by the shoulders, telling her to pull herself together because she has, according to the clock above the door, 30 seconds before she's up. No, what I am doing is getting my pre-pitch pep talk. The same pep talk I've received from my sister the past 3 pitches over the past 3 days I've been at this writers' conference 900 miles from home. Only, as each day has gotten progressively worse, the rejections have piled up higher and higher, and the stakes have risen to dangerous levels. The pep talks have grown weirder, longer, just worse. My sister, Gloria, dignified court reporter in the courtroom, whimsical adult child every moment out. I know what she's doing, though. The harder she sees me struggle, the more absurd she gets. Some people's love language is baking casseroles and sending letters. Hers is providing distraction, even at the cost of throwing on a Big Bird costume and dancing down a congested hospital hallway, waving streaming blue ribbons, i.e. during our friend's 7-year-old daughter's recovery from tumor removal. And right now, without question, she has at least 4 tabs open on her phone on websites about Southern slang while she grasps at straws for any sort of distraction from these tortured few minutes before my last and final pitch. Not to mention, she found it raucously funny that I called her from a line dancing saloon my first night during a meet and mingle. Needless to say, life at the conference here in Nashville, Tennessee is a far cry from our little borough outside New York City. And to my misfortune, it turned out, I did not happen to have any life-changing chats with agents while doing the boot-scootin' boogie. I let Gloria continue as I turn on my heels and pace beside the doors, taking in words like highfalutin and can't never could, and attempting small chuckles every few moments for her sake. And to my surprise, it's actually helping in a small way. Just hearing her voice rattling off anything at all, braces me. It's not fixing me, mind you, but it's stabilizing enough that I'm not getting any worse. At least 8 people are pacing in the massive room around me, all of whom are contributing to the manager's stress. Most with heads bent, mumbling to themselves as they stare at their papers. Some, like me, on their mobiles, getting their own personal pep talks that no doubt don't include phrases like, "There's someone for you, Bee. After all, there's not a pot too crooked that a lid won't fit." And as the long hand on the clock strikes 12, I feel an urge to flip open my proposal folder and recheck everything. Just one more time. It's unnecessary. I've checked to make sure my papers were all there and in order at least a dozen times. But I have to see. I have to confirm it did not magically disappear in the past 60 seconds. My one sheet. Check. My business card crafted on some site I'd never visited before, where I ordered 200 for the sole purpose of this weekend, and 100...